What is up, guys? Got some mics also now. I said it was coming, so we're going to do the Duralander walk around today. I was planning on doing it in the garage like I did the Jeep, but I'll be honest, it's been raining for days and it's really nice out, so I think it's just going to be an outside video. So let's head up to the truck and check it out. So, first off, of course, go to make a video of my neighbor's mowing. Whatever, we'll see how it works out. Here's Duralander. We'll start at the bottom, I guess. So it's currently sitting on some new to me 38 1350 trail grapplers. Been a big fan of them myself. Not going to say they're the best tire, but I like them. I like them for these heavy trucks at least. Still on my old 20s. I've had long term the plans, some 17-inch feedlocks, but we'll get there when we get there. Moving up, the elephant in the room. It does have a Super Duty Dana 60 front. Got 488 gears, Eaton E-locker. Swapped it in there this past year. Used the WFO kit. Got the Radflow coilovers. That's a 8-inch coilover. I'm using the WFO 3-inch kit, which is actually made for 35s, but we're seeing what we can do here. Had to do the NorCal mod there, cut it back a little bit to make some room for turning, but we got it in there. The WFO kit's pretty cool. Other than the welding to put these plates in, it's pretty straightforward, pretty bold in. Really happy with it. Came with the brake lines, the ABS extenders. I mean, the kit is very, very good. Big fan. We got the Bartram Fab front bumper there. I whipped that up here in the garage. Got the Badlands Apex winch. We'll see how it does on the truck. I've seen them on some friends and out on the trail. Pretty big fan of them from what I've seen, so I decided to give it a shot. I actually built the bumper with full intentions of running this winch. So I was measuring Trent's and making sure it fit in there good, and I'm happy with it. Rough country amber lights. Haven't really drove it yet, so we'll see how those do. They seem pretty bright, just playing around the yard. In the back, it's a 05 Super Duty rear 10.5 also. I did that one to keep the bolt pattern easy, and yes, I know you can re-drill fronts, but I wanted off-the-shelf parts, so swap front and rear. Got a factory E-locker in it, out of the 2011 and ups. It'll go in an 05 to 10 housing. You can throw them right in, if you didn't know. Got the rear bumper that I built as well. I mean, nothing too crazy with it. It's just a rear bumper. Got the WFO shackle flip. I did that so I didn't need lift blocks to get rid of more chance of axle wrap. And my center pin was busted out of my block, so good time to get rid of them anyways. Fun fact, you can reuse ignore that rusty exhaust, don't worry about that. You can reuse the GM drive shaft when putting a Sterling in and just add the flange. The length works perfect. You can kind of see the slip up in there. Sits pretty much where it was stock, or lifted originally. But let's see, what else underneath? I think that's about it. Another note here, I'm gonna have to do more segmented videos with these glasses. There's actually a recording time limit, so I'll meet you guys under the hood. Be right back. Full transparency. I was putting the video together and realized I didn't finish my thought earlier of the reasons I swapped the 10.5. I said one about bolt pattern. That was true. Wanted off-shelf parts. Easy. Another reason, kept the widths the same. If I'd left the 11.5 AAM axle out here, I needed to run wheel spacers to match the 60. Also, at this point of doing this, all the spare parts for this driveline work in this driveline. So that is the reasons I swapped front and rear in this truck. Anywho, okay, so it is a '07 Classic, so that's the guaranteed LBZ. Got the S&B cold air intake. Uh, yeah, wow, I'm not cutting that out either. We're leaving it. The resonator delete. There we go. Y'all can laugh at that. Resonator delete, PCV reroute. Nothing real crazy. It's factory fuel, factory air, factory trans. I mean, it's supporting mods, cold air intake, fast, all that stuff. It does have the MBRP downpipe, so it's was it 3.5 inch, 3 inch? I don't remember, but it takes it away from the stock, oval. Back into a 5 inch straight pipe. Nothing real crazy power wise. It's been on the dyno with PPI tunes. It made 490 and 1017. With this re-gearing, I've had to switch away from PPI, so we'll see what the new tunes are like when I get those in there. Hopefully tomorrow. So we'll see. Really not a lot going on under the hood. That's my switch panel wiring, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah, we'll just we can move on from here. Like I said, I'm under here is pretty. Oh, I did do the fuel filter delete, or I've got the fast filters. I was ignoring it, so honestly, I just deleted it. Figured that not having it was better than letting it break down and go through there. So, all right, onward we go. We are now. You'll have to ignore some of the mess. Like I said, it's been undergoing building for the last 11 months, so I've got stuff tossed everywhere. Of course, I had to change up the head unit. Pretty well given there. Nothing real fancy. I put that in forever ago. Eventually, I'd love to change it to a CarPlay radio, but I had to put in a module for these steering wheel buttons, and I just don't feel like dealing with it again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which, for 30 some dollars, I found this bad boy on Amazon. Um, it's just a little screen. You can do Bluetooth, or I think radio station, Bluetooth, or aux connection, and then you have a CarPlay screen, and audio goes through your head unit. It scratched my itch. I got my, excuse me, switch panel buttons up there right now. Haven't really mounted them for long term yet, but I'm not sold if that's where I want them yet, so we'll see how that goes. Of course, I just have the front and rear lockers right now. Got the Edge monitor. It's just a monitor. For the only thing aftermarket gauge wise I really have is the pyrometer. So everything else the computer was watching anyways, so I just went that route. I planned on putting a digital EFI live switch here, like GDP cells. I had it ordered once. It was back ordered for like 6 months, got mad and canceled it, so I never got anywhere with it. So I made this little cap, gauge loading, 6.6%. I'll see myself out. So we still have our old switch here. Brake controller. This truck was originally a jump seat truck. I always loved these consoles, wanted the console, decided to swap it in. So I found this on eBay, got rid of the jump seat. I actually had to cut this area of my dash because I could not find this piece. Everything was discontinued at the time. Speaking of that, the rear AC vents, they don't work because I can't get the duct piece to tie it in. But I don't sit back there, so it's fine. That's why I have a console and no captain's chairs. Oh, I've changed all the door speakers. like Sony 6.5s in the doors. Nothing special. Honestly, I think there's Sony Explodes from like Walmart. Yeah, that's how long I've had this truck. Shoot, we got stuff everywhere. Of course, I got the Gen Y hitch for it. Gotta show you this piece. It's gonna catch all for a minute. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Of course, I still have to have subs. This was one of my second truck after high school, so I was still obsessed with subs. Got the Rockford Fosgates in there. They sound really good. This box I got on the internet just for these. It's actually for a half ton, so I had to like take a little plastic trim piece out of here, but it was worth it. So yeah, um, yeah, you can see here I got the. I made sure to find a console that didn't have the buttons for like the overhead entertainment station because I didn't have it, so I didn't want that. At one point, planned to put a power inverter in here, but I seem to have forgotten. Let's put that back on the list. Yeah, pretty basic in here. Um, yeah, onward. I actually won this on Instagram. Never had a Tonda cover. And there was some truck show coming on Motor Trend at one point. I found them on Instagram. And it was like, fill out, put your email, whatever in, enter to win this Tonda cover. I was like, okay. And then it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, they're contacting me. Asked for what model it was, sent it to me. The only thing I had to do was send them pictures and maybe a little video clip or something for like a review, but had it ever since. Can't beat free. Of course, got the flip up gooseneck on there because this used to be the tow rig for that. I did put in a backup camera where I have the edge. It has a jack for backup camera, so I had to add that. Makes hooking to a trailer a dream. Also, backing in parking spots. This really went a lot quicker than the Jeep, but then again, there's a lot less done to it, so I kind of expected that. I did strip the plastic and chrome off of this, sand it down, and paint it black. I'm very anti-chrome. But yeah, so that's really the truck. I mean, I don't want to it's hard to say there's not a lot done to it, but there's not a lot done to it. I mean, in terms of modded diesels and off-road vehicles, it's pretty tame in both directions, but with all due hope, if everything pans out, hopefully this weekend there'll be a camping video with this. So stay tuned for that. I do plan to video during that. So we'll see what the next video is. I debated a video on the Denali, but it's got tinted windows and tires. There's nothing to really talk about. It's a Denali. But unless y'all want to see it, we can do it. Well, that's all for this one, I guess. We'll catch you guys later.